Hello internet, today we have some balance adjustment review. Now I'm a bit late for this because I honestly forgotten. But yeah, better late than never, right? We're here, we see balance patch. Who did we get? There's one person, okay? One person we need justice on. By the way, shirt's on today, it's a bit chilly. The one person that needs justice the most is, thankfully, she's here. Fallen Cecilia. She got her buff last time. Somehow disappeared, got removed. Don't know what the problem was. Maybe it's too broken, I don't know. But yep, they said they're gonna rescind the freaking buff, and then they're gonna be buffing her in the future. This is the future. They didn't just forget about her. Kudos SG. Let's check out like who else though. But before that, I need to tell you about my new passion, and it is the new strategy game, DC Dark Legion. This is an official DC game featuring over 50 plus playable characters at launch from the DC universe, which includes Batman voiced by the original voice actor from Arkham's origin, Roger Craig Smith. Give it a listen.
If we're lucky, we might be able to contact our friends.
We also got Superman, Wonder Woman as well, and much, much more. Build your own team consisting of your favorite superheroes or even supervillains and lead them to victory. All of them come with their own skills, cool ultimates, and with even cooler animations. Once you complete your team, feel free to put them to the test against other players in the PvP mode or enjoy the story of the game that features tough enemies and cool animations as well. Use my gift code DCDL999 to obtain a lot more currencies and 3 free character pulls too. Download the game right now with my link in the description to get a free champion with other massive rewards. It's gonna help me out a ton, so I do appreciate that, guys. Alright, now that we're back, let's take a look at the list of heroes we have. We got martial artist Ken. Okay, needs a buff, I suppose. Right now, he's like an anti-cleaver. Doesn't win that much, honestly, but hey. The buff is gonna probably make him better. I hope isn't for cleave, because I'm a cleaver. Let's figure out what we got next, though. Spirit Isolene, bad character, right? At least for this meta, so... Good buff, good buff. Sylvan Sage Vivian, not that great anymore. There's a lot of ways to, like, just ignore focus. So, hopefully, there's something that changed with her. Well, evidently, she's in this list, right? So, great. Dragon King Shamoon, I hope she completely murders DDR. Screw DDR. If you use DDR, you are a problem. If you like DDR, you are a problem. Screw DDR, okay? Lidica. Okay, these are Covenant. Now, usually with Covenants, they actually have a new pattern that I see, like Green Euthine. I use Green Euthine post-buff as a freaking RTA DPS. So I'm seeing like they're adding more variety for Covenant 5-star to be used in RTA as well, which is great. I mean, I don't use Lidica for PvE either. So that's great. Kayron, okay, maybe an anti-cleave type beat. Seaside Below, okay. It better not like change her entire tech. And now my like Wyvern one-shot doesn't work again. That'd be bad. But we'll see, Letha, okay. Needs a buff, I think. Because right now, everything just kills you before you get to do anything. Or it half heals you with injury, like, you know, ML Shu. So Letha needed something more. Fair enough. Destina, yeah, fair enough. Landy, fair enough. Freaking limited 5-star needs more to be called unlimited, I would say. Watcher Shuri. Wow, okay. I wonder what Watcher Shuri is getting. Now, Watcher Shuri is... basically like not as good anymore because there's like, what's her name, ML Elena that just gets rid of defense pen. Watcher Shuri needed to have defense pen to be really good, but now he's just like a speed freaking racer. But okay, I mean imprint. But all right, so far the list is solid. It's a lot of the characters I would love to be buffed, so let's just move on, right? Artifact, what do we got? Rengar special drink. This better not change how it works. This better just like make it better, I hope. Otherwise, some of the Wyvern one-shot does not work anymore. Wall of Order. Okay, that's a limited artifact. Gives you gap. Wonder what happens. Fairy Tale of Nightmare. Already really good on freaking ML Art Demon. Not sure what's gonna happen with you, right? Am I smoking weed? Hold. I didn't mean to say that. Fairy Tale of Nightmare. Is it Tenebrous artifact? You know, we'll know once we like get to it. Let's just try. I've been stalling for long enough. Martial artist Ken. What are the balance adjustments? So, before you get 100% chance to provoke, that's with the S1. Okay, after what happens? A successful attack always results in a crit. Okay, so now like it definitely crits. Got you. With the sober now increasing damage dealt, and the sober increasing damage further as well. Huh. Soulburn damage dealt increases damage dealt. Okay, so before it's Soulburn for a crit and increased damage dealt, now you just get increased damage dealt and even more of it. Okay, fair enough. What else though? Dragon Flame. This is the passive, like the S2 counter attack. This is the the part where he counterattacks, right? So with Dragon Flame, which is the skill that he counterattacks with, the one that guarantees crit, the one that you are expected to one-shot, what changed with you? Penetrates defense by 50%, before it's 40. So pretty much he just does more damage, I guess. Alright. Not that big a deal. Okay, not that big a deal at all. So now he just anti-cleaves better, I would say. Right now he has way better odds of just one-shotting someone. I suppose he already does it before. I don't know. This feels like whatever. I'll be honest. That feels like whatever. This one I have to know. Fallen Cecilia. One of the OG waifus for MLs, right? What changed with you now? Before, it's 100% chance to provoke on S1. Now you get a sober and ignore FRS. Not that big a deal, I'll be real. But that is going to actually open something up for you, right? That's going to open up a FCC stall. Let's say the opponent has like a really, you know, a freaking Ruel. You can infinitely stall a Ruel by just constantly soul burning, and then maybe it's the final bit of damage you need to just keep her in check. Make sure he doesn't make sure she doesn't revive, all that. Same with ML haste, I suppose, like you prevent him from doing the S3. So this could be pretty useful, I would say. But let's just keep going though. The most important part, the passive. Strong Instinct. Decreases additional damage and fixed damage received by allies from hero. What? Decreases additional damage and fixed damage received by allies from heroes by 50%. Additional damage, I assume, is like Ubris's Tooth. It's like a Mickey's like extra proc from Ubris's Tooth, basically. Fixed damage like from Rimuru. Who else has fixed damage? I'm not sure. Freaking Cascade Tori, okay. By 50%. So before Tori would do 2k damage, I think, on like the Cascade proc. Now it's doing 1k. And with more than one damage reduction effect granted, the strongest effects applied. Okay, so basically it's gonna be this unless you have... I don't even know. What else have stronger mitigation than just half of the damage and removes it? I'm not sure, but I'd like to think you just guarantee to get this as the mid, right? So you pair this with Aureus, basically. Now with 1000 damage extra plus Aureus, it's like you're taking no damage, okay? That sounds crazy. That sounds pretty crazy, but let's just check out S3. S3 is like... also the meat and the juices for FCC, right? What does she do now? So S3 dispels all buffs before transferring all debuffs inflicted on the caster. With 4 turn cooldown, it's a -1 cooldown, and you get 3 souls and an increase in soul amount. That is so interesting, I won't lie. I sound kind of weird right now, but I'm running like formulas in my head. Why does this work? I don't know. I feel like this still has its issues. Like, I can imagine issues like freaking ML Shu just destroying you. Like, ML Shu doesn't care. She just gets rid of freaking 15k of your HP in 2 turns. So, I feel like that's gonna still hurt you. Under what scenario would this be that good, though? I can't really think about anything, because, yeah, you also transfer debuffs inflicted on the caster. Now, I'm not sure how transferring debuff would work. I assume if a Luna S3s and I use this Spirit of Resentment, I get rid of my seal, I get rid of my unbuffable, and I transfer it to all of the enemies' end, right? It's not just 1-to-1, it's all of them. Because, you know, if you death break a Zerato counters with death break, you know, on 2 targets because he hits 2. Okay, I can see this being quite annoying. Yeah, I won't lie. Now, before she had, like, speed imprint, I honestly thought it was a bad idea, but now they removed the speed imprint part. And now they just added this, like, debuff transfer gimmick with this, damage mitigation stuff, right? So I think she's actually back in the game. I'm not gonna say she's broken yet. I'm not gonna say she's gonna like just be a first pick every game type character, although I think she could, you know. This all feels very general, like it's just generally strong. So looking good, looking good. I don't think she's broken, but yeah, excited to see what she can do. I'm happy with this. This doesn't feel stupid broken, at least not yet. Maybe it is, we'll see. Oh yeah, we'll cover down the channel though, right? When the freaking patch comes out. So next up we do have a Spirit Isolate. Okay, this one's also like a pretty hype character. Like, she used to be very good, now she's like, you know, just no one's using this thing. So let's see what happened, what changed, right? So before you have 50% chance to use Nimble Sword, it's like an RNG thing, it's so annoying. When you're possessed, you get 100. Now what? Now it's if you have a buff, use Nimble Sword instead, okay? It doesn't have to be possessed, that's fair enough. And what does Nimble Sword do now? Before it dispels 1 debuff, now you grant increased attack for 1 turn. Oh, that's pretty big. But it's important to note you no longer dispel 1 debuff. I don't know, you know, that's kind of... It's like give and take. Right now you do more damage, but you're a lot more prone to being just debuff. Like before, why she was annoying is when I could give it a decreased hit chance. I could give you freaking attack down. You just get rid of it if you get to use nimble sword. But if you stun her, then you know it's still GG. So yeah, I don't know. Now you get attack buff. Maybe it's good for anti-cleaving, I would say. Because I can't really imagine if it's dispel 1 debuff before, like if I'm fighting a Solitaria, I could just get rid of like her freaking random unbuffable, right? So I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's just check out the S3 though. What happens now? Dispel all debuffs from all allies instead of herself. Alright. Now she's more of a team player. Okay? She needs help cleansing debuff. Make sure she's clean because she no longer dispel debuff. And she can also dispel debuff for the team. Give and take, fair enough. Is she broken now? Hell no. I think, can she be used? Maybe. I don't think she can be used like outside of anti-cleaving though. I don't know. I don't think anti-cleaving is that good like for this setup. I don't know, this is kind of weird. You get a tap buff, yes, you do more damage, yes, but the moment there's any debuff, she's also screwed, so I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think that's like a whatever buff. It's like gonna make her more useful maybe in some scenarios, but that's about it. But let's just keep on going. Sylvan Sage Vivian getting a new skin. What's the hype about this buff on her? Right, check this out. Before increasing speed of the caster for 1 turn, okay? This is before. When she does S1, she gets increased speed. Not gonna lie, this thing has made her solo my team before, just because she's just faster. I have 2 more allies left, she just solos it. But now what happens after? Before increasing CR of the caster by 15, okay? So before it's increased speed, now you get CR. Kind of like same but different, I guess. You still take your turn earlier. And then on the caster's turn, when focus is full, activate same skill as an extra attack. Damn, alright. So if you cannot get rid of a focus, you have to get rid of 2 of her focus. If you get rid of 1 focus, she gains a focus by using 1 S1, does another S1 again. It's probably gonna kill something, right? And what's up next though? I see at the corner of my eyes it says, Insight only applies to PvP. Holy shit, what's happening? Do you have 2 different passive or some shit? I gotta read this. Alright, Insight. This is the passive, right? So before, Insight applies to heroes only? Is that the effect? Before I forgot her text, but alright, sure. Now Insight only applies to PvP. What does that mean? Insight is where Vivian takes a lot less damage if she has focus. She can trade, like, if the damage is too high, it's equivalent to 30% of her max health, she trades in 1 focus, right? And when the focus is 3 or higher, she is immune to debuff. Now it only applies to PvP, before it applies to heroes. Does that change anything? Isn't that the same thing? Just continue, let's say. Nature's Judgment, now it's S3. What changed with this? Before, decreasing skill cooldown for all allies. Ooh. Okay, so now you're kind of a Lacroix, huh? And now your cooldown's 5 turns. I mean, you decrease it, so basically it's 4. You also acquire a focus on S3. Ooh, that's a pretty big change. Will she just be broken now? No. Her counter is still like the same thing, I would say. Like, get Elegos, just get rid of focus. See Phantom Follitis, just cut your focus in half. The counters are still there, but she's now easier to use. Not that crazy, but hey, it's a good direction. It's a good direction. I think we'll see more of her for sure. But let's just keep going the list though. We got Dragon King Shireen now. Apologies if I sound weird. I've been using my voice all day today. I sound different now, honestly. Let's say Dragon King Shireen, what happened with you? Now before, at the start of the turn, dispel all debuff which prevents movement. This is on her passive. This is before. And what happens now? Dispels all debuffs which prevent movement is the same thing. Before, increasing CR to cast by 40. Before it's 30, now it's 40. Okay. And Cascade now, I assume Cascade is only for Shireen because Tori gets Cascade. Is it a Cascade buff or a Dragon King Shireen buff? I don't know. Maybe it's both. Cascade now does 4k fixed damage at 2.5k instead of 2.5k. So she cuts easier. She also does more damage. And now she might actually start one-shotting some stuff, right? Because before, Cascade didn't one-shot anything. Now she might one-shot like a really squishy target, I guess. But not that big of a deal, I think. But the fact that you have more tempo for damage, maybe you can do a DDR better as well. Yeah, it could be good. It could be good. Let's just keep going. Is it going to rain? This is S3, right? So, Decrease buff duration by 2 turns. 100% chance to inflict cannot be buff. And before, it's class debuff. Now it's inflict cannot be buff. And she turned into a Scorpio. Her constellation changed. I don't know what Scorpio gets you, but it's probably gonna help her with what? Her speed? Oh, her base speed. Alright. Increase her base speed. This is weird. I don't know. I mean, it just makes her better, right? For sure, yeah? But then it also doesn't increase her CR anymore. It's kind of weird. It's like plus minus, right? But I think on the base of it, her main engine is buffed though. Like the main engine is getting cascade and getting rid of like stuns and sleeps. That's all getting like a tiny buff. You get more CR. If there anything that prevents movement, you get more fixed damage now, giving you more tempo. You get more speed, so you cycle faster because you turn into a Scorpio. Inflict cannot be buffed though. It's like whatever. Oh wait. Inflict cannot be buff and class debuff. I thought they removed class debuff. Right. So cannot be buff and class debuff. There's a whole extra debuff. That's good. This is good. Sharon is very, 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 very much better. Like, will she break the game? Of course not. She's just still gonna be like the anti-stun, anti-sleep character. Solid. I won't complain about that. Solid. I don't know if she's gonna be able to deal with DDR still. Like, I feel like that matchup will still be just like a sleeper match where no one clicks anything until they're sure they can win. But hey, this makes Sharon even more of a threat for any stunners or sleepers, right? Got you. Just keep on going. Lidica, what you do now? Before, this is the S1 Wild Rose. Before you get minus CR by 10, alright, whatever. Literally does not matter. Now you have 80% chance each to inflict 2 bleeding effects. At the end of the turn, detonates bleeding effects. And then damage shall decrease because you detonate the bleed. Fair enough, okay. Bleed detonation. Interesting. Next up, Wild Rose Awake. Oh, this is like after awakening it. Is there a difference? What? I don't see any difference. It feels like the same. Awakening it or not? I don't know. Maybe it's more damage. I have no clue. It feels like the same to me. Whatever. Thornbush. What's this? This is the S2. Inflicts resource depletion. Depletion. Depletion means going to 0. But why is it by 60%? Do you mean resource reduction? On all enemy by 60% before attacking, decreasing buff duration by 1 turn, inflicting bind for 2 turns. What the fuck is bind? Yeah, yo, what's bind again, yo? I forgot what bind is, but let me just continue to read. For each target, increases CR to catch by 25. This is a ML Lidica skill. ML Lidica gets 25 CR per target on the S2, right? Okay. And now it inflicts resource depletion. This is gonna kill like young Senyas. It's not gonna like murder her, but it's gonna mitigate her. It's gonna deal with probably Fire Flan. I don't think you have to hit them for this, do you? It doesn't say you have to hit them. So yeah, I can't really tell. But inflicting bind as well. I forgot what bind does, honestly. What the hell is bind again? Do you explain it? Alright, you know what? Alright. I'll search it. Bind, debuff, epic. I swear, like, I think that one ice freaking... that one ice hero, the freaking Soul Weaver hero has it, but... What does bind do? Bind stops anything that has an animation, which includes counterattacks. I forgot who the name is. Oh, dude, I forgot. Whatever. I think bind is just... They cannot take action or some shit like they cannot counterattack for 1. They cannot activate like AOL passive for 2. That's good. That's good. I think that's what it does. If I'm wrong though, well, just read the game. It's not that crazy. Okay, this is... I gotta put more effort into thinking about this. This feels crazy, no? This is really good. Sober ignore FRS. Cooldown is now 4 turns instead of 3 before. And now S3. What changed with S3? Inflicting decreased defense for 2 turns. Before, it decreases duration by 1 turn. Buff duration by 1 turn. Now it doesn't. Now the strip is on S2. The S2 has decreased buff duration. You're supposed to use S2 into S3 public execution, get decreased defense, getting rid of CR as well. Skill nullity to all allies for 1 for 1 skill null. Yeah, 1 skill null for all allies. Alright, got you. Before, it's only for the catcher. Now it's for all allies. This is literally ML Lidica. But better. When a target is inflicted with bind, ignores FRS. Literally better ML Lidica, no? Hey, yo, next buff has to be Lidica. I mean, ML Lidica. Okay, I think she's actually pretty usable in PvP now, no? I would say so. Let's just read what the thought process is by Smiley. I gotta really understand this. All of Lydica's skills improve the enhanced versatility performance in more diverse combat scenarios. First, Thornbush will inflict resource depletion on enemies by 60%, locking down resource-dependent enemies. That's really good. Inflict blind, allowing allies to easily follow up attacks. Additionally, for every target, get CR. Take more turn. Do these changes, the sobering cost cooldown will be increased. Alright, fair enough. So it seems they're actually trying to have her be more versatile. I don't think she's like a PvE type character because, you know, resource reduction. So I think Arena, if you have a Fire Lydica in the Arena, you have a lot of fun with her. Yeah, because you can get rid of focus, you can get rid of fighting spirit. A lot of them in Arena have those. Same with like RTA. I think she'll actually see some play. Not to mention there's also EE. Oh, what changed? Increase Wild Rose chance of getting Blade. No one's using that. Inflicts Restrict. So you can restrict and you can bind. Oh my god. On S2. What about S3? Decrease buff duration by additional 1 turn when using Thornbush. So getting rid of buff duration by 2 turns? My god, Fire Lydica is kind of crazy, no? Hey, yo. Think about it, right? Thornbush. Getting rid of buff duration by 2 turns. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because 1 turn is usually all you need. But 2 turns now means they cannot buff stack with even ML freaking Landy. ML Landy has got like 2 turns anti-crit. Now just get rid of it if you use that EE. I think that's going to be a really good EE. Or the restrict one as well is going to be pretty good. Wow, Fire Lydica. Insane change. I think so far, legit, one of the best ones. Alright, let's just keep going. Kieran, what you got? Void Slash, the S1. Damage dealt increase, solar damage increase. Okay, straight up more damage. Alright. Immortal Will, increase evasion for 2 turns now instead of 1 turn. Not that big of a deal. I think it's better for sure. Not that big a deal though, because, you know, it's like if he dies, right? Because it's like, you know, if he has to proc this, it means he's 1 HP. Yes, you heal the full, but I feel like eventually you're going to die anyway. It helps you survive better though, for sure. It's a good thing. So let's just keep going. Apocalypse, absorbing some of the damage itself, okay? Before it does not do this. Now it does. Damage dealt also increase. His own imprint is also now crit chance. I don't think it's going to change too much of what he's going to do. It's going to be just like an anti-crit. I mean, anti-cleave, last pick, ER type of character. I can't imagine him being used anywhere else. Unless the increased damage is insane. But I doubt it, because it also absorbs damage itself. There's no way to give it such an increase, right? So it's not going to one-shot anything, I don't think. But hey, I suppose that's good. I feel like for anti-cleave now, like he full heals with S3, that's going to be a nuisance. But not that crazy though, I don't think. Not that crazy. Alright, let's keep going. This is a pretty big one. Seaside below that. Don't. Like, if something big changes with her, all the PvEs might see some changes as well. I hope it doesn't matter. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. So, after changing, what happened? For every surviving ally, decreases damage suffered by 10. So, before she damage shares to the foremost character, now it's just damage suffered straight up. With 4 ally, it should be 40%, no? Is it 30 or 40? I don't know if she calculates herself, but I think she does. Yes, it says maximum 40% right here. So, it counts herself. When more than 1 damage reduction effect is granted, only the strongest effects applied, sure. You're Not Cute has 75% chance now to get decreased defense. So all of this just helps you land more debuffs. It helps you live better for, you know, in terms of whole team. Because now instead of damage sharing, you just get less damage. I don't know if it like means more damage for herself or not. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But in the end, I feel like she's still just going to be a PvE character though. I don't think... Unless you have 2, right? Unless you have 2. But before we conclude on that, let's just check out the freaking S3. What changed with S3? Dispelling all buffs before 100% chance. Alright, before it doesn't do that. A crit increased damage is removed. And now it says damage out increase. This is pretty big. If you're still using SSB for your Wyvern one-shot, depending on how much they mess around with the numbers here, damage out increase with the crit thing, you might not be able to clear the first wave anymore. This might be a pain in the ass. I won't even lie. I hope that this just means, you know, that increase dealt, the damage increase just applies. Like, it's not about critting. Like, I hope that what is being removed is just a crit. And then your damage now is still increased anyway. And now you also get a chance to, you know, dispel all buffs as well. Overall, pretty good thing. You can use this in PvP for sure. Because, you know, dispel all buff is a good thing. You get rid of freaking immunity. unbuffable, unhealable right away. You get damage suffer decrease, no damage sharing, so you don't get to just nuke the C-side while that also kill the person in front. High chance to decrease defense. This might be really annoying. But I don't think she's broken at all though. She's just really good. In PvE for sure. PvP, I don't think she's like gonna be game changing though. Like it's a good buff either way. It's a good buff. Alright, Letha. What do you Letha or Letha? I don't know. What changed with you? Damage dealt increases portion of the target's to the caster's max health. Amount recovery increases to the target's max health. This is from before. Now it increases CR by 50. This is from an S1, right? Yeah, this is from S1. S1, yeah, this is on S1, yeah. So now it increases CR by 50. That is huge. Holy shit. Amount recovered, damage dealt increase proportion to caster's max health instead of the target's now. So basically she healed more. Damage dealt also increase. I don't know what damage dealt increase. Is it called the Abyss? It doesn't say that. I assume it's just wave slash doing more damage, not called the Abyss. But in the end, it just depends on how much more damage it is, right? But the big thing is the CR part. Now she gets to like cycle way faster. That's good. That's really good. Moving on, Destina. What you got? Amount recovered increased. Sober and healing increased. Okay, so more healing. Not bad. Grant Spirit's Blessing to cash for 3 turns. Instead of 2 before. Spirit's Blessing gives you like freaking ER and stuff, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. It's only giving you more ER. So not that big a deal. What about S3? This should be the big one. Cooldown is now decreased by 1 turn. Ooh, that's pretty big. Revise all dead allies to 30% of health. Before it's 20. Slightly higher. Alright. And what else? Grant Spirit's Blessing again for 3 turns. Okay. 1 turn less cooldown. Will she be broken? Absolutely not. Is she better? Yes. Landy, what you got? Fire. This is S1. Gets more damage. Okay. And this is the passive. Chief on the scene. Ooh, grant stealth for 1 turn. Damn. Why? I need to knock this in my brain, bro. Why? This is the passive, right? And she doesn't gain stealth again. She's not perma stealth. She just gets stealth for 1 turn at the start. But then you want Landy to constantly be in stealth anyway. So this is kind of weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see the reasoning though. Start of first battle should be granted stealth. Improve early battle survivability. Damage of fire be increased. Okay, so it seems... I guess you could use her as like... If you don't have enough freaking guiding light, it's a good thing. Now she's automatically going to be an option for you if you want to anti like Zeo. You want a Zeo trap. You have a freaking stealth character for the first turn right there. But I think for the most cases, Landy's used with constant stealth. Otherwise, she just dies. But alright, I don't think she's going to be like that different though. Let's just keep going. ML4, what's your shirt? Penetrates target's defense. This is the S3. Increases hit chance by 50. Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, baby. That's good. So now you can shoot fire flans. Holy shit, that's great. That's fire. That is freaking fire. Alright, what about the EEs? Anything changed? Decreases cooldown, finishing shot, increases hit chance of finishing shot by 50. That means it's up to 100, no? Am I insane? Watcher should get a tie up to with 100% hit chance. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, dude. That means Riolet with ML Payra doesn't matter, get 1 shot. Hey, dude. Fire. It's a fire freaking buff. Not make her broken, but it's a fire buff. Alright, I like that. Let's just keep going. Vanguard special drink. Ah, that is why they worded SSB in that sense. Alright, additional damage amount increase. So I think with the mix of this and the damage dealt increase means you'll probably not mess up your Wyvern run. Like I think you'll still do enough damage. Not an issue. But now I actually think she's PvP viable as well. With getting rid of buffs into instantly putting all those debuffs in. Actually interesting. Let's just keep going. Wall of Order. This is Landy's. Start of turn, each buff granted enemy has a 6 to 12% chance before it's 5 to 10 to grant increased attack. At the end of turn, 50 to 100% chance to get stealth. That's why Landy's so weird. Where you get 1 turn stealth because Wall of Order and go up to 100% if you max it. Oh, dude, I don't have Wall of Order because it was such a mid artifact before. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about this. This is so good now, no? Damn. 50 to 100% chance, dude. Like, basically maximum 100, so she's perma stealth, she could be. Without Guiding Light, you don't need that anymore. And you can randomly get Gab because Wall of Order has the Gab thing. So this is just better Guiding Light. Am I not insane? This is just better Guiding Light. Wait. Yeah. Given you gotta max this. Guiding Light is not 100% chance even if you max it, right? So this is literally just a new Guiding Light. Oh, dude, I fucking hate it. I need to get like 7 Wall of Orders now. I mean, realistically, you only need Wall of Order for Landy, and the rest you can still run Guiding Light, because you don't need Wall of Order on like freaking Cerise if somehow you want to use Cerise. So yeah, fair enough. This is good. I think Landy's just instantly back. Landy is back in the meta. I don't think you'll see her every game, but yeah, she's gonna be around. Alright, let's just keep moving. Fairy Tale of Nightmare. This is this freaking Fire Torniverse or Fairy Tale Torniverse artifact? But let me just read. After an extra attack counter, dual attack, 40 to 80% chance to dispel 1 buff, deal 1000 to 2000. So it's increased fixed damage. This should be the Fairy Tale Torniverse artifact, no? Alright, I'll search it up. I will search it up. Fairy Tale of Nightmare. So really well prepared video right here. It's Fairy Tale Torniverse. It's so weird, so random. But okay. You get more fixed damage. This is an Arc Team of Mercedes buff, basically. That's a pretty... I mean, but it racks up, right? If it racks up, oh, the damage is going to be pretty insane. But yeah, hey, FCC could cut this fixed damage in half. Think about that. Alright, so next week we're going to get these. April 10. Jeez, let's see what the people are saying. Give it a Spellgate, Flamethrower being bad balancing, so they said Epic will just make funny buffs, at least buffs are fun. This iteration of FCC does not need speed imprint. Yeah, definitely not. We do not need to force a character hard counters. Amiki, ML Shu, 3 Tooth. Does it counter ML Shu? I feel like ML Shu still just gets rid of your HP and you're still dead. Slower, yeah, but she still does it. 3F, Tooth, Young Senya, even Tori. Cascade is fixed? What do you mean Cascade's fixed? Help to win races? Yeah, definitely not. That would be terrible. Help the cleavers more than it helped. Yeah, exactly. I was so happy to use her because I know I can cleave. TLDR now beats Elegos Vero Cleave. 60% winner legend. Is it actually that high? What the flip? But yeah, I think he already beats it now because, you know, he still kills anything. Like, Elegos touches anyone. Even a normal counter, I feel like freaking Elegos does not lift that. But hey, now it's definitely gonna not lift that. FCC beats fixed damage. One of the most common draft archetypes aren't at the moment. Is it? I am not sure because I feel like it's still DDR everywhere. Plus like ML freaking Luna everywhere. But hey, FCC can transfer debuffs though. So Luna is gonna be a problem. Like FCC is gonna be a problem for Luna as well. Okay. What else we got? Selene Terra as a cleanser, carrying ER comps. ER comps. Huh? Oh, this is from Valky as well. Wait, what does that mean? Terra as a cleanser / carrying ER comps. Selene cleanses the whole team. So I understand cleanser. Carrying ER comps? I'm not sure. I'm not understanding. I mean, this guy knows what he's talking about. He plays the game a lot. I don't. So maybe ER comes out like a crazy thing. I don't know. I feel like Selene is just... You know, she herself could be debuffed, and if she can't be debuffed, then she doesn't need to really cleanse now, does she? So, whatever. Let's just keep going. SSV. High tempo you took carry. Play so you die, not as good as she looks. Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with this one. DK Shurun Cascade is a Tori buff. Yeah, so if the buff is on Cascade, yeah, it's a Tori buff. Does it need to be fast now? Yeah, because, you know, you get more base speed. DK Shurun should be better now, overall. Did it come into the patch? Yeah, actually, bro. It's just Flitica. But then, you know, you could miss this on S2, right? Kairon just play on BK. Exactly. So I'm saying SSB. That'll go full bulk plus attack, no crit. That's like the previous build for SSB in PvP. Liti, yeah, it feels like it's better, but still, you know, ML Shu's out there. She cuts her HP. Boom, it's over. Landy punishes buff stacking of RD. Yep, I hate that because RD needs to be max. Freaking hate that. Watch a tree, one taps AS flat. Yeah. W. Yep. I still don't get why this is funny though. Ain't this fine? I feel like these are fine. I feel like this isn't like we're flaming. I don't think we flame talking for this. These are fine. I don't think it's like the best of all time. These are fine, bro. Future balance patches should have at least the same amount heroes as this one. We'll see. Sad seeing ML Care on every patch. Just for his kit not changing and still being terrible kind of sucks. Not seeing this one. ML Caron, huh? I feel like, fair enough. ML Caron, I don't think I've seen him at all. So, 10 out of 10 balance patch. Yeah, I feel like this was great. It's not the perfect one, but hey, it's great. There's some like kind of whatever ones, but it's still great. Pretty darn Jesus, none of these buffs get cancelled. Yep, exactly. I think overall they did a good job, right? Characters affected by new FCC passive. Curse users. Oh, curse. Okay. Yeah, curse is a problem. ML Shoe. I still feel like ML Shoe would just take like 7 turns and then your HP is still gone, but maybe I'm wrong. ML Para. Because I guess Shuri one-shot stuff. SC Miki. Because FCC counters that. Fair enough. ML Caron. I don't lie. I don't even know what he does. Cascade users. Yep. I Winter. Who uses... Wait, why I Winter? Does she have Cascade? I don't even know, dude. This guy has some really, like, deep memory. But yep, it does counter a lot of stuff because, like, you know, think about it. FCC just being released, it counters, like, extra damage. It's a lot of things, right? A lot of stuff, half those stuff. So, yeah, it basically affects a lot of things. This will apply to burn/bomb. We know enough pen reduction doesn't. Okay, fair enough. Only things you listed, standard T2 versus T2 game ML Shoe, the fixed extra damage RDs, and ill enough Sorbinos 1. Rest are playing normal standard games. This isn't ML Illy, it's really underwhelming. Quality over quantity, FCC fine. Lidica over buff. I don't think, okay. Lidica is only over buff because Lidica is kind of just Lidica light now. I don't like that. It feels like, dude, why? An ML version of her that is way harder to come by, but the fire version of her just destroys, like, the value of the ML version. Kind of crazy. ML Shuri, sweet. Rest of the heroes, not really too much to change. It's, you know, different opinion. So now, to conclude on everything. How good was the patch? Solid. Is it perfect? Of course not, because we're still missing, like, you know, it's a good amount of roster. There's a good amount of characters here, but we're still missing some, like, freaking, what's next? We got Bassar, DJ Bassar. Forgot when was the last time he's used, right? What other MLs is like just shit though? I don't think there's that many, right? All of them have their some sort of a niche for sure. So they are working hard to like really balance things out, which is nice to see. I feel like martial artists can, based on what Valky mentioned, counters like Elegos Cleave. I Elegos Cleave. I hate ML Ken as well. But for the most part, I feel like when ML Ken does counter S1, I just die anyway. Or, you know, sure, I get provoked one turn, die next turn. In the end, I'm still dead. But now it does the job better, right? So, good thing. Fallen Cecilia. I don't even know how ML Shoe, like, works exactly perfectly, but I still think, you know, Fallen Cecilia, I think, okay, let me just describe it. ML Shoe should do extra damage through her passive, and the extra damage converts into the injury, right? So, on one hand, I think Fallen Cecilia certainly deals with that, but I just don't know if, like, you know, if she can outpace Shu, because Shu is 270 plus speed buff. Like, she's just gonna take 5 turns and you might still lose all your HP, but it certainly helps with it, right? Certainly helps with it. I don't know if it's a full counter though, let me know. Spirit Isoline, I don't know about the whole ER thing. I feel like she's just kind of whatever, but maybe I'm wrong. Sylvan Sage still has the counter. If you deal with the focus, then she's not a threat, but if you don't deal with it, you might be screwed, right? Grand King Sharoon, not that big of a change. It's just generally better. Lidica, crazy good. And I think it's just a winner. And the rest is like solid, not that crazy. And yeah, that is my review on the balance patch. Very looking forward to it. Winner, I think, easily Lidica. Fallen Cecilia, second place, I would say. Because, you know, Lidica is just too fire, I feel like. There's so many things to do with Lidica, at least in my opinion. But hey, in the end, Fallen Cecilia, second place. But honestly, it's like a joint first place type beat. Really good buff, right? Really interesting. I'm happy to see her getting some love again. I don't know if she's going to be the first pick every game type character, but we'll see. But yeah, overall, happy with this. Keep going, SG. Do a great job with this one. And there's actually going to be a reveal for the anniversary or whatever tomorrow. I think we're going to cover that for sure. I wonder what they'll cook, right? Looking forward to that. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Let me know what you guys think. And that is all. I've been recording like for 17 hours today. I need to rest now. But yeah, more Epic Zone stuff, especially coming into the anniversary on the channel. So do follow the channel if you want to. There we all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.